up, fams? Welcome back to my channel. Boy, great times, right? Last year today, a monumental box set came out to celebrate the 30th anniversary of this iconic animated franchise. Boy, oh boy, man. It sure was perfect, wasn't it, guys? Right? Hold on to your asses, because today I'll just give my quick thoughts and review. So take this as a 1-year anniversary of Funimation's Dragon Ball Z 30th anniversary collection edition. My bad. Coming up right now. I hope you guys enjoy the show. All right, quiet on set. Scene 1, take 1. Action. All right, so before we get on to the review, I'll let you guys know that if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you share it with your friends, and make sure you guys hit that bell for notifications because it helps a lot. First things, before we get on to my quick thoughts, let's just see what I really enjoy. Honestly, I actually do enjoy this nice shiny box that they made, and well, it slides off nice, and you have this TV series right here. And well, here comes couple of problems. Here's I'm trying to do it with my hands. Here's the first arc, seasons 1 through 3, and well, I don't know if you can see right here, you do have to slide out the discs. So we had the first 10 episodes on here. I'm not gonna show you all the pages. You're pretty much gonna understand how it was packaged. It also came with a cute little Bam Presto figure. If you guys actually watch my videos more often, you can, right behind this, my Gamera set, which is a superior set, by the way. See right behind me that there is the Goku Bam Presto figure, which is actually this big. I'll show you guys a little picture there, but it's really nice, but I'll get to that in a minute. It also comes with an art book, which is nice too, but again, I'll get to that in a minute. So let's get on with the review. The show was actually shot in 16mm, and the aspect ratio is 1:33:1 Academy ratio. And this set has 5.1, 2.0, and mono Dolby True HD sound mixes. Now let's just get on with the video. Now, I remember when this was first announced, it was just a little fundraiser or whatever for this. They were gonna make this set limited, and you just had to turn in, you know, if you want to pre-order your copy, if you want to make this happen, pledge $350. Well, I got excited because hey, it's the 30th anniversary, and I'm used to the oldies. If you see back here, the season sets that are cropped to widescreen and DNR to shit. So finally, and even like they left cryptic notes that, oh, this is gonna be 4:3, which is nice. So I'm like, okay, this is exciting. We're gonna get Dragon Ball Z as intended. And I did pledge my money, and pre-orders already started flooding in. So okay, like, oh, we finally got the money to make this happen. So thank you guys. So blah 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 blah. All right, guys. So yeah. And unfortunately, I've heard that no returns or something like that. Like you can't even cancel your pre-order because, well, this is a thing that you had to pay for. Like, you know, you gotta pledge your money to, which is, oh boy. Then the trailer dropped, and when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh shit, what the hell did I just put money into? So I noticed that, where is the grain? So then I noticed the image is, like, a lot of the colors are bleeding and not well compressed. So I'm like, all right, you know what? It can't be that bad, right? And then Funimation dropped the restoration information, and basically it's the season sets, but in 4:3 nonetheless. What the fuck? So they used DNR to the picture quality. They kind of zoomed in a bit on the first episode. The rest of the episodes are fine, because they used a 3rd generation copy, which of course it doesn't look like a true 4:3 image. So of course you're gonna have to crop some of that off and trim some of that off. But episode 1, it's zoomed in like shit. And also the colors are a bit oversaturated. I can tell in a couple of episodes it is color bleeding. Like the colors are bleeding into each other. I'm like, ugh, that's gross. So there's a lot of moments where characters are looking pink instead of whitish or yellowish. And the sky's so dark blue rather than light blue like in the original animated cells. So what happened was when basically all the detail has been scrubbed off. The important detail has been scrubbed off. And I get it, they got a 3rd generation copy instead of the original camera negatives from Toei. But they cranked up the DNR like shit and they wiped off all the grain. And they put in artificial grain to make it look like, oh, no, we didn't remove the grain. See, preserve. But actually they added since the artificial grain made the image a bit more obscure. Like the image it looks inorganic. It's disgusting. And their fucking excuses that, oh, well, we're fans, so we don't like grain on our releases, so we just decided to scrub it off because according to our sales, the season sets, the Blu-ray $20 to $10 to $15 sets made so much money, and it shows us, hey, you guys don't like grain, so let's just take it out. Fucking no, you idiots. The reason why the season sets did well is because they were cheap. A ton of episodes were on it, and it came out during a time after you guys were fucking flooding the market with Dragon Ball Z releases so they released the level sets, which is amazing. This, in my opinion, it is even though the colors look a little oversaturated and dark scenes, it's still great. It is, in my opinion, the definitive way to watch Dragon Ball Z. But it came out at the wrong time. They just started releasing DVDs and Blu-rays of Kai. The Dragon boxes just finished their run, and even the season sets, Orange Bricks, I believe they were still a hot item because they were so cheap. And in my opinion, those are the worst things one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. So of course the level sets were pretty much failing. And also a lot of since they were actually restoring it frame by frame, it was expensive. Of course, they're not gonna make their money back due to the fact that they're not selling well because of how overflooded it got. So actually it's you, Funimation, that caused the level sets to fail. Well, fast forward to 2013, late 2013, they put out the season sets, and back in the day, I was not into, I was not just saying that I was extremely stupid, but I was like, well, it is what it is, so hey, it doesn't look so bad. But really, I was deep down lying to myself because there were so many shots where a bunch of characters are supposed to be on frame and express emotion, but they're not on frame. Like, what the frick, man? So of course people were gonna buy because a lot of people are buying, a lot of people are getting into more high definition, and of course Dragon Ball Z, the season sets were doing well because they were cheap. They were like $20 to $25 a piece. It was just stupid. And also now that fast forward to last year, they did the same thing, but in 4x3, guys. So hey, nothing's cropped out, right? You ain't buying, nah, I ain't falling for that shit. Well, I fell for that shit, and look at that. And so the picture quality looks disgusting. And also because of the DNR, it made the colors look pretty bad. Of course, like I said, color bleeding and a little oversaturated, and some shots were washed out too. And I'm not against it. I'm not really hardcore hate on DNR. I don't mind DNR just as long as it's done carefully. Especially now with the new DNR technology that we have, you can actually apply to it and without scrubbing any details away. It's like with Aliens, the Blu-ray and the 4K restoration that James Cameron did. Aliens, it was shot in such high film quality that, well, they can use a bit of DNR to scrub some of the unnecessary grain that he didn't like, and it didn't scrub away any detail. But then again, they did it in a minimal way. It's like, basically it's like level 3 grain removal. It's tiny, so it was not too very subtle about it. So it looked like a clean, yet still, the grain is still there. So either way, the grain is still there, but it's like slightly clean, but slightly still grainy, like film-like quality. So that's good stuff. And even Back to the Future, you could tell that a little bit they used a bit of grain removal, like DNR, but again, they didn't cross the line. Unfortunately, with Dragon Ball Z in this case, they crossed the line like crazy. It's almost similar to the 4K Blu-rays of the original Star Wars trilogy, where the DNR kind of was so bad in some scenes that the grain froze and it didn't look that good. But honestly, I'd rather take the 4K Star Wars Blu-rays over the Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, and they, again, like I said, they added fake grain to justify that they didn't remove anything, but really, no, it doesn't work. Of course, the image looks, of course, sharper than, they use edge enhancement, but of course the image looks sharper than the Dragon Ball stuff like that because, well, they use, yeah, edge enhancement and it's a higher resolution. For me though, that does not make it an amazing picture quality. All right, now let's move on to audio quality. So it sounds amazing. The 5.1 mix, my preferred way to watch Dragon Ball Z is English with Japanese soundtrack or just Japanese. But and this is the 2.0 track of Bruce Falconer, which is, you know, I like it, but I mean, I grew up with the Bruce Falconer music, but honestly, for me though, this is just my opinion, guys, the Bruce Falconer music has not aged well for me. So in my opinion, it's just, it just plays constantly where I'm just like, you know what, I don't know. I need quiet moments in my stuff. And so the best one is the English 5.1 mix. And it does sound amazing. And of course, also the 2.1 track Bruce Factor music, it sounds amazing and well balanced. I wish I could have done a 5.1 track with it, but it's fine enough as it is. A mono track, I can't really blame Funimation for this because it's Toei where they threw away, back in the day, they threw away all the little master tapes for the original mono track. So we're stuck with this muffled quality mono track, but it sounds all right. Funimation did their best to restore the mono track, but yeah. But honestly, it's just, these are the same tracks that are on the season sets, and yeah. But here's my main gripe with the 5.1 mix, and this is mostly on Funimation. Why the fuck every time because I don't really watch the show marathon, but I love watching the intros and ending, like end title cards. It's so cool. So why the hell every time the end credits show up, they play these songs in Japanese and they sound really good, but why the hell does the opening title, like the intro scenes, why the hell do you guys gotta play that American music instead of Chala Head Chala or We Gotta Power? Why? The Dragon Boxes, you guys had it right with the Dragon Boxes. Of course, they didn't include the Falconer music, but you guys included the 5.1 mix with Chala Head, like the Japanese music theme songs playing. Why wasn't this carried over to the season sets, and why wasn't this carried over to this practice carried over to the box set? Seriously, would it kill you guys to, I don't know, go episode by episode to put the Japanese theme songs in? Like, come on, man. Now on to special features. As far as I know, it's all a bunch of interviews where they talk about the impact of Dragon Ball Z, which is amazing, so it's cool. And yeah, and also it includes this new hour-long documentary about fans and also the cast members of what it's like to record the show, which is intriguing. But yeah, if you own the Dragon Ball Z season Blu-rays, I mean, it's nothing really new. It even includes that asinine restoration video about, oh, we cropped the video and shit, and they manipulated some of the DVD images where they make it look super low quality compared to the Blu-ray, which is what? For the video, I'll just give it like at least a 4 out of 10. I don't know. It just didn't really do it for me. For audio, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Even though that, yeah, Funimation is too lazy to do the Japanese theme songs for the 5.1 track, it's still, they all sound solid. Even though, yeah, the mono track isn't how it should sound for the Japanese language version, but I mean, it's the best we got. Hopefully in the near future, Toei will finally just be like, hey, let's actually use the master audio from that fans in Japan have. So just use that for their releases, because they're coming up with a 4K release, I've heard, so please. Because their restoration is just way better. I mean, have you seen their movies on Amazon Japan? Shit. Special features, I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because basically, hey, even though that I mean, from the tone of my voice, it doesn't sound that I'm that intrigued by it, all the bonus features are available, plus a new documentary, so that's cool. But yeah, looking back, I think I made a huge mistake on purchasing this for 350 bucks because I feel like that's way too much, because it feels like you can get a Band Presto figure for like $20, and here it feels like you paid $60. And for the art book, you can at least buy an amazing art book for $20, and here it just feels like you bought it for $40. It's weird. It just feels so crazy though that really, after so many years, we're still stuck with trash releases of Dragon Ball Z in America, with the exception of Dragon Boxes. But then again, I can't count it as an American release because it was supposed to be Japan only, but I mean, let's make more money on Dragon Ball Z fans, because basically Dragon Ball Z is the Star Wars of anime when it comes to home video releases. You got to keep buying the next one, but then again, they can never get it right. And I'm not saying that you're stupid for buying the box set. No, far from it. No, if you're happy with the box set, be happy, man. I don't want to take that away from you. And quite honestly, here's honestly in my gut feeling though, despite me not liking this set at all, or not being a fan of the set, this is, even like I've seen Dragon Ball Z fans saying that, even though that it's sad to say this, currently this is the best way to watch the show now. Dragon Boxes have been out of print for years, and they're going for like 1,000 to 10,000 bucks a volume, which is, come on. I'm not paying for that. It's not worth it. But yeah, that is my 1-year anniversary review of Dragon Ball Z 30th Anniversary Edition. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And thank you guys so much for sticking around for this video. This is Avi from High Productions signing up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this show.